Hey EDCers, hope you're having a knife day, because today on Logan's Edge, I just want to briefly share my opinion and overview of one of the big dogs in the industry setting the standard, Reeve's knives. Um, Anyone that's been collecting knives or in the knife world is no stranger to this particular brand because of the fit and finish and the tolerances that this company puts out. They definitely are a bar setting standard for most other brands and almost a staple in the knife community and industry. I wanted to just share, like I said, my opinion and overview. This is my first Inkosi. This is the KnifeArt exclusive large Inkosi with black carbon fiber and in single blade. And so I've really enjoyed using this particular knife for the last few months. When they first introduced this shape, I kind of shied away from it just because it wasn't something I'm used to, and it really didn't stick out to me, like in a way that it didn't stick out to me at all. Really, I thought it was kind of ugly. But the practicality on this really can't be argued. The belly on this thing here is excellent for cutting. When dragging it across through material, the swoop on this edge just allows for a constant, clean, smooth cut across whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever you're cutting. And I noticed that right away, as well as like the handle being a little bit thinner. So if you like thinner profiled knives with larger blades, this guy definitely fits the bill. I'll put the specs up here just so you guys have them. But yeah, this one, the blade to handle ratio is pretty even, if not almost exact. 50-50. So really excellent EDC knife, excellent tool. And like I said, this brand you can't go wrong with. Doesn't really matter what model you choose. I've always had a Sebenza and I could still swear by it. And so for this particular one, you've got an extra finger groove here. And so I think because of that, like, this portion is maybe what I'm noticing that feels thinner. I mean, the handles do slightly feel thinner, but that I think I do notice. But for me, I have small to medium sized hands, so it does fit in there very well for kind of like maybe hard use or protection or however I wanted to carry this. And then the jimping on the top here, you can see that, but the jimping it's aggressive enough to still feel comfortable, but lock your finger in for a purchase. I mean, that's not going anywhere. My skin would probably rip off before I really had my finger slip if I was putting it to use. This is it's an interesting knife because it absolutely fits into that heirloom category, where you can hand it down to family members and they can keep it forever, or you can keep it forever. But it is also an excellent EDC tool. It's extremely fidget friendly when it comes to the audible and like just the physical fidget factor to the knives. I like that I didn't have to order a second thumb lug or thumb stud on the back. The Inkosi comes with two, as the Sebenzas only come with one. On the show side, you have to order it for the second, so you can't Spidey flick that model. So if you are on the fence about this, can't go wrong in terms of something you want for just a showpiece, like a Save Queen type of knife you want to just baby around, because it is an exclusive and they come and go and they may not have them forever, or they may not be available or around. So it is something that you could look at and purchase in that aspect. You could purchase it for EDC because we know titanium and carbon fiber are extremely durable materials, and you're going to get a blade that's extremely practical, that is going to have this beautiful satin finish even when you put it through quite a bit of use, because of the way that they push these knives out and the way that they polish them up. Frame lock, you have the lockup looks to be about like maybe 40%. Blade centering, never had an issue with Reeve's. And for me, like, the deal breaker is the lockup. I don't care what brand it is. Any blade play, up, down, left, or right, is a deal breaker for me. I don't care if it's like mid-tech or custom. there's no excuse in my opinion for blade play. Only acceptance is a little bit for the out the fronts from Microtech, and even then it's kind of. But yeah, wanted to point this out or just share this with you guys. I know again that sometimes you have to order these knives and hope that you like it and hope that it carries well. Love the chamfering on everything. It's crown spine, not sure if I mentioned that already, like usual. Flat grind, and you have like this, like I said, this really comfortable chamfering all around, no hot spots. You can grip it as hard as you want. Press down this thing. I mean, you can really, it almost feels like a fixed blade when opened. It's kind of the vibes I'm getting. And so again, this is the KnifeArt exclusive, which you have to purchase online. If you happen to live in California and live near the LA area, the store Recon 1 is a store I've been to often, and they are a Chris Reeves authorized retailer, authorized dealer. Detent is awesome. That's the other thing I didn't mention is the detent on these knives. It's like, you know, we'll just say like perfect for me. And when I say perfect, like I don't want a knife that I can just slam out as hard as I can, just slam as hard as I can, the blade comes flying out. I really want to have to force the knife out, but yet have enough detent to where the blade just like flies out. And that, you know, comes down to the engineering and again the effort and the tolerances put into the knives being made. I took off the lanyard. This particular model also comes with a titanium bead. I don't carry lanyards on my knives. I don't know. I just don't. It's all preference, to each their own. Different strokes to different folks. So again, thanks for popping into my second video. I'll have plenty more to put up, and again, all the feedback is extremely appreciated and welcomed. And so again, you folks have a knife day. I'll catch you on the next one.